Class, welcome to week 13. This is our last major week. Week 14 is designed to be a fairly light workload. In contrast, week 13 is a fairly heavy workload, so please do prepare yourself. Week 14, where you're taking finals and other classes, should be lighter in this course. But week 13 will certainly be involved. The two main topics this week are one, ranking and link building, and then two, Google Analytics. We'll also have Project 5, and then your weekly reflection. There is an end of course evaluation link. Please take time to fill that out. I know that is valued feedback as you're wrapping up the course, so please take time to do the end of course evaluation, if you will. Let's start with ranking and link building, and I apologize in advance for the length of this video. There's just so much that goes into week 13, and I want to make sure I give it proper explanation. First, ranking and link building plays into your search engine optimization. And if you develop inbound links, which is another website pointing to your website with the link on their site, if you develop a number of these things, Google will start to see you as an authority on your topic, on your product, or they will start to see you as a destination that people are looking for. And so these backlinks become a key component to search engine optimization. And they don't just happen naturally. They don't count necessarily from social media. If you posted a bunch of links on your Twitter feed to your site, that wouldn't necessarily count as a backlink. This is a true website to website backlink. Now, these can be developed effectively with a strategy, but it does take some thought process. This is, I think, as close to traditional sales as you will get in this course. So much of it is Google AdWords and marketing and automated marketing, but this is more reaching out individually to website owners, showing where a link to your website would be valuable. So there's some instructions on how to develop a link building strategy, some components you might want to include, and then you will map out your strategy. Who and when, what and how, and where will the links be gathered are the three main questions that you will submit for this. And then you'll just have your traditional discussion board on that. So the first half of the week is fairly straightforward, fairly simple how we've done it in the past. It's the second half of the week that gets to be a little different. First, with this Google Analytics assignment. So far, I hope you've generated some data on your Google Analytics account, but because it's just starting off, we're going to go and use Google's demo account. And here's some instructions on how to access the demo account. It's critical that you set the date range on that for January 2017. That's where a lot of students can go astray, is if you don't set the date range. It needs to be for January 2017. The demo account allows you to go back and set, just like your account, you can look at a fixed point in time. And so the month of January is where we're going to grade, or where we're going to pull the answers from that you'll be graded on. And then in a Word document, you'll fill out these questions. Which country has the third most views? What percentage of visitors were returning visitors to the store's website in January, etc., etc. Now, if you are watching this video as well as this one provided by the school to help you understand the interface, you'll be able to find the answers to these. However, before you submit this, if you are preparing for it, before you submit this document, please remember to go back and do this component. Let me let it load. This study group. This allows you to go ahead and post onto a discussion board what your answers will be before you submit. And then other people will post their answers, and you can collaborate and try and get to the best answers. So because this is a little bit more involved, and I mentioned this on the introductory email to the class, the assignments in this class aren't necessarily about right and wrong. It's about working through the process, learning the principles, building the business, and there's not necessarily a clear right and wrong. With this assignment, there is with Google Analytics, just because of the nature of the assignment. We're looking at January 2017. We're looking at right versus wrong answers, and so it's a unique assignment in that sense for this course. It's a more traditional assignment when compared to other courses. So use your study group, compare and contrast answers, reach out to other students in the class, but work together and see what you can develop. Then once that's finished, you go ahead and submit once you're comfortable with your answers, and then you will do a quiz, which is very much along the same lines. They'll ask you similar questions. This time you'll look at it, you'll set the demo account for June 2017. So again, please set that date correctly before you do each of these assignments. The prepare assignment is for January 2017. The quiz is for June 2017. So make sure those snapshots are correct, and then you can go ahead and take this quiz. The quiz you'll take on your own. It won't be a collaborative assignment like the first assignment is. So that is Google Analytics. Again, we use the demo account because it has robust data and it shows really what Google Analytics can do. And as your business grows and your website traffic increases, you'll be able to do the same thing. But many of us have just started a website, have just started a business, and so the data just simply isn't there. So we'll use the demo account to be able to really explore the functionality of Google Analytics. Then you'll have Project 5. Project 5 is an overall assessment of your site, and there is a website called MooRank.com, and they will go through and they will assess everything about your website. Its load speed, its structure, its your social media presence, and the connection of social media to your website. And what it does is it gives you an overall grade for your website, and then it will give you suggestions on high impact or low impact changes you can make. So what you will do is you will go to WooRank and enter your site's URL. Please make sure the first time you use WooRank, you're putting in your site's URL and not experimenting with some large, well-known website. You can only use WooRank once within a given time frame. So if you've entered in your URL incorrectly, or you've entered another site's URL, you won't be able to reuse it. You'll actually need to go use a new computer with a different IP address to be able to use WooRank again. That's how they track it. So please enter your correct URL on WooRank the first time, and then what it will do is it will bring up its assessment automatically. You can paste the link, and we'll need to paste the link into your Excel workbook. And then you'll want the WooRank score. You'll want to copy that into an Excel workbook, and then list either 5 high impact changes or 10 low impact changes. One of the two, some combination of the two. If there's medium impact changes, then you can substitute those for one or the other. And then that's it. Submit that spreadsheet. So that is your Project 5, is a spreadsheet with these things lined up on those, but it comes from WooRank.com. So that will be it for week 13. Don't forget, as you do this study group here, that does continue into this discussion board, Google Analytics responses. So you'll post your answers, but you will still need to reply to 2 classmates in this study group, just like a traditional discussion board. So please don't forget that. And then don't forget your reflection at the end of the week. Please reach out if there's any questions about link building or Google Analytics and anything I can walk you through. I'd be happy to do so. I'll reiterate, this is a heavier week. I hope that next week is a little bit simpler for you, especially as you'll have some pretty intense finals and other courses In this course, it's more about looking back on what you've built and what you've done this semester, which for all of you has been something substantial.